Hey there, Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon, Cancer Rising. It's Maggie. Welcome to Moonlit Waters. Today we're going to take a look at what's going on for you using the 9-card spread. I am using the Fairy Lenormand cards, but we will clarify with some Fairy Tarot and some Animal Tarot, Spirit of the Animal Oracle, I think it is. So, while I'm getting the cards out, I want to remind you I'm on Facebook every day. I pull cards and look at the energy and the astrology of the day. And there is a membership portal if you're interested in that, where I do the love and soul path readings there. I call them the Moonlit Path and the Soul, S-O-L, Path readings. So, here we go. 2 for overall, and new beginning. Okay, so the underlying of this is the anxiety. The anxiety about when something is going to start. That is like the overall energy. Like, I've been waiting and waiting and waiting, and you feel like you've been losing resources on the way. There's a lot of anxiety that's been coming along, waiting for this new beginning to start. This new beginning, though, has a lot to do with healing in the heart space. Oh yeah, the waiting thing. You're going to have to wait a little longer. Hate to tell you that. So Mercury is moving retrograde. This reading is probably for the next 3 to 6 weeks. That seems to be the way they're rolling. Mercury is moving retrograde. Okay, so stationing in the shadow. It's in the shadow now. As I record this, it was on 4/29 that it moved into shadow. It will retrograde on May 10th. It will go direct on June 3rd and be out of shadow on June 19th, just in time for the start of your birthday season. Solar return, right? The solstice on the 21st, I think it is this year. So here's what's really cool, is that while you are waiting, it gives you a chance to keep doing the work on the inside, so that you're ready. This reading has very much this energy of kind of feeling like you're in a holding pattern in the heart space. That is not to say that everything in your life is in a holding pattern, but this particular arena that they're talking about today does. The key to the situation is the lily. The lily can represent sexual attraction, but it also can be healing, but it's in the heart space. So this feels like healing in the heart space. The anxiety has been around something in the heart space. And making your way forward is going to be slow. You are moving forward. It's going to be very slow. You're going to feel observed. It's almost as though there's this watching energy. Like you're watching somebody and they're watching you, and the communication hasn't started yet. There's this, it feels like the energy is crackling with anticipation. And there's a need to move very slow. Very slow. All right, so why do I say that? The key to the situation is in the area of transformation. So in the area of transformation, we have the key, and the key is represented by the healing. And so it's in order to attract in the relationship that you want, you have to do the work inside first, because your energy that you put out is what you attract back. And this waiting is just feeling so much of a burden. And when you choose to use the energy in a very constructive way. So, for instance, when we were kids and we were waiting for Santa to show up, my mom would say, okay, well, now it's time for bed. And so all that anticipation, right? But we got distracted by going to sleep. And then when we woke up, it was Christmas. And so I don't want you to take a nap, though. That's not what I want you to do. Although napping every day is nice. Not disparaging that. But the distraction of being in the dream time, the distraction of doing something creative. All right, so it is an opportunity to do something creative that keeps you distracted and keeps you focused elsewhere Well, whatever this is resolving itself. It feels like divine timing is at play. In the meantime, you continue to heal your own heart through this very creative energy. This is very much the color of the solar plexus and the sacral chakra. Very much a creative energy, and so you could be using your time very constructively, as opposed to sitting there just waiting for time to pass, which is such a burden, and time seems to move so much slower that way. The obstacle to the situation could be that there's money. It could be that what you're doing is you're waiting for some money to come in. So maybe, just maybe, you're looking to buy a home or something like that, to find a new community to live in, because we do have the card of community in where your thoughts are, and finances seem to be a struggle. So something around finances or a career move or something is possibly eating away at your resources, because we do have the mice here, which is eating away at resources. So if, for instance, this is something about you want to take a vacation, or you want to build or buy a house, or you want something that requires you to bring in finances, there seems to be a delay in that as well. That is, again, I just get this chop wood, carry water energy. Trying to figure out which way to jump has been on your mind a lot lately. And the key to the situation is to keep doing your own healing work. And your healing work is to not look at the current situation as though it's a burden, but instead that it's a blessing, which is allowing you, the outcome is clarity, the star, the hope. The outcome is to keep the hope. In the heart space moving forward, it is slow moving, but it's listening to your heart. It's allowing yourself to be guided by spirit as you're moving along here. So with the planets getting ready to start moving retrograde, they've been moving forward for a while now, all of them. And now the retrograde season has begun. By the time we get out of the summer, I think they are all retrograde except for Mars and Venus. So there's a lot of slowing of the big planetary energies, and so things need to be paid attention to the details. Mercury in retrograde wants you to do that. Mercury in retrograde, though, it starts out in Gemini, moves back into Taurus, and then comes back into Gemini. And so this is in your head, building the plan, then going back and looking over the details of it and actually putting things, starting them, like reworking the plan a little, and then you'll start moving forward again. And so there's kind of this flow of energy. And so it's a great time to use it to build something or rework something. Wow. Oh, this is so funny. So, one of my friends is Nancy Richmond. She does Nancy Richmond Tarot. I was just watching her Cancer reading this morning, and I'm laughing because I'm like, oh my God, we're using one of the same decks this month. And for Cancer, she pulled the same card, the giraffe. You should check out Nancy Richmond Tarot and see what you get there, because it must be a very similar kind of message, only it was delivered a little bit differently. So here we have: rise above earthly matters, glide through life with grace. You are able to see the right path, stand tall in your self-worth, and love with a big heart. Oh my God. Okay, let's just, first off, you have the swans, which is swimming forward with grace, and you have the whales, and this is the adventure, right? This is the adventure. I really want to relate this to this, okay? So here you are trying to make a decision to figure out which way to go, okay? Here, it says an elevated position, right? That statue is standing up. It's in the dark of night. It is standing still. And so one way to look at this is in the dark, in your subconscious, in your inner world, in working with spirit, because spirit is flying all around, in connecting to spirit in the quiet, in the space of your own personal world with your spirit guide team. You will get the clarity on the vision, and you will be allowed to move forward with the support of the ancestral energy. And I'm smiling because the grandmother showed up for your reading, and when they always come in, so do the orcas and the dolphins. They always do. They come together. So it says here, dare to do things differently. that is this need for a perspective change. Manifest your travel dreams. So again, you may be looking to take a long trip or something like that, and you're waiting for them to figure out the finances here. Attempt the great journey with confidence, but it also could be a journey in your life of a major change that you are making on a very deep spiritual level. Be loyal. Friends and family are your treasures. Be brave. You are more powerful than you know. You glide across the waters of your soul and you bring wisdom and light. Transform with elegance and grace and inspire with dignity and the spirit of beauty. The swan, grace. Okay, this is a very slow moving ship. The ship is moving forward. It's gliding through the water. She's navigating by the light in her heart, very much the hermit energy. And she's got little fairies all around her, helping her to see. And so again, the perspective change that you get from using the giraffe, it's visionary. They also have these little antennas, but they're higher, they're taller, they see the bigger, broader picture. They have an opportunity to see the entire landscape, to figure out what needs to be done next, but it is by moving slowly and with grace. So grace means that you are in flow with spirit, and the obstacle here being the fish also would mean that maybe you've been trying to hurtle forward, just move things forward, initiate things, let's get things going, and Spirit's going, well, wait, hold on a second. You know, there is a need to move forward, but to move forward with grace and ease, and when obstacles come in your way, to flow around them. You want to flow around them, and so you have rise above the earthly matters, glide through life with grace. You are able to see the right path. Here you're choosing. Which path do I want to take? You are able to see the right path. Stand tall in your self-worth. She is standing in this boat. She's not sitting. She's not a passenger. She is standing tall. She is using her intuition and her inner knowing to guide her through this. Stand tall in what you know to be truth. And what is your self-worth? And your self-worth is, again, that you are unique and you are special. And it says into love with a big heart. And the anxiety here has been the heart card. And so this healing energy in the heart space, you may have been deeply wounded in the past. And it has caused you this burden that you carry of really not wanting to open the door and let anything or anyone in that arena again. Whether you were deeply wounded in your childhood, in a love relationship, in a friendship group. Taurus season is in your 11th house. Especially if you're Cancer rising, it's in your 11th house of groups and group activities. And so it could be something larger, but it also could have been if you were, it could be if you're a Cancer sun, it could be anywhere in your chart. So don't worry about that. But it feels like in a space, your heart got hurt. Cancer, you're very tender-hearted. I know, I'm a Cancer. And so we have that shell, and we will pull in, and we have our claws to keep everybody at bay, right? Because we've been hurt, and we become very defensive. And it's really hard to let somebody in to be vulnerable enough. But I think that if you glide forward, because these swans are together, there's a community here with the giraffes. There's definitely a community here with the whales. I think that if you will allow yourself to dip your toes in the water, to be a little open, a little vulnerable, a little less defensive, and navigate forward slowly from the heart space, you're going to have the clarity to know where it is that you fit in. You have all these special gifts. Not everyone appreciates them. So this is a year, 2022, all those twos, 3 of them become the 6. It is about finding the community of the soul, whether in single partnerships or in groups, and you have them both represented here. And so this child here may represent you being afraid to engage and looking a little sad and a little afraid over there on the sidelines of life. And maybe it's time to get back in. But you don't have to run. You can just glide in. Nice and slow. Take your time. Be a little open, be a little vulnerable, and see where it takes you. Very interesting time for you. All right, Cancer, you take really good care of yourselves. I hope I see you over there on Facebook. If you haven't hit the thumbs up yet and you're still watching, please do that. And check out the membership portal. I will talk to you soon. Take care.